Can the plucky Jordan team beat the greats of this era of Formula 1? Williams, Ferrari, Benetton, McLaren. Can Jordan beat them? So we're going to replace Gary Anderson for next season. We want Adrian Newey because, well, I mean, fantastic Formula 1 designer. But also we want to weaken Williams as much as possible because they're the big threat in this game. Benetton and Ferrari particularly we have to watch out for, but Williams are the main threat. So we want to weaken them as much as possible. Barrichello doing his first flying lap. Damon Hill's broken the qualifying lap record. And Barrichello has just smashed that recently broken qualifying lap record by over 3 seconds. So Hill, Villeneuve, Berger, yeah, it's a pretty predictable top 3, but we do need to score some points. And we didn't. Not even close to the points. I think both of our guys were tired then, in fact. So, yeah, an accident for Martin Brundle and brakes for Barrichello. Yeah, here's what I was on about. Look, only 6 cars qualified within the 107%, but annoyingly, 19 are going to be racing. Barrichello won! Yes! Rubens Barrichello has won his home Grand Prix. Fantastic. That is perfect. It's brilliant for Barrichello. What about Brundle? Brundle got 6th. Way off his teammate, but he got a point. That's fantastic. Mika Salo is unwell and won't be at the next race, which I think is Buenos Aires. Thankfully, Barrichello's win means that those 3-star sponsors we tried to get, they'll actually want to sponsor us now, so there we go. So we got Rubens Barrichello for 1 season, well, this season and the next year. Play it safe is I am going to get a driver that someone suggested, Olivier Panis. Tyrrell have turned up to this, haven't they? Wow, it's both Jordans, from both Benettons, from both Tyrrells. Emmanuel Collard, the test driver, he stepped up to the plate. And Katayama, Ukyo Katayama. Well, I think we're basically guaranteed the top 4 position unless we retire. Or although Villeneuve's catching. No, because Villeneuve's still behind Collard. The Tyrrells are going to be our best friends. What about Brundle? What about Brundle? Brundle's retired. What on earth has happened? Rubens Barrichello in the Jordan is going to beat Damon Hill of all people in the Williams. I mean, look. I mean, Barrichello's at least a lap ahead of Damon Hill. That's phenomenal. So there we go. Gehard, Berger from Jean Lacy from Jacques Villeneuve. But that's pretty predictable. But Rubens Barrichello in 4th. Damon Hill in 5th. Don't know what happened to him there. Collard in 8th. Yeah, I mean, as I said, if this was Williams, I don't want to help make Williams better, or Benetton. But it's only Ligier. We're going to accept the trade. So we've now got their suspension, but they've also got our EMS as well. So we'll really did not work for him there. He's in 2nd, but he's 7/10 by Martin Brundle. But, well, 7/10, that's a lot of time. And that puts us 2nd and 3rd. Frentzen, of course, Frentzen pitted ridiculously early. And that means he's now currently leading it. But Jos Verstappen is out of the race, okay. But Frentzen must have to, well, obviously he has to come into the pits again, but he must be doing a 3-stop because he pitted ridiculously early. He's certainly not doing a long second stint because he's coming into the pits right now and has... Hang on, what? Did he seriously come into the pits and come out ahead of us? Barrichello's retired? What's that all about? He's out of the race. I think this is the last lap, so 23 seconds behind. Brundle is catching up 3 seconds a lap on Frentzen at the end there, but it just wasn't enough. Race results, Frentzen from Brundle from Schumacher. I've just signed Barrichello for next year and he spun off. Right, so as we can see, both of our cars there coming up. You kidding? You kidding? I mean, you would have just seen it just off of the message, but Brundle blew up. Yeah, neither Minardi nor 40 has made it within 107%. Barrichello's a way down, but more worryingly, Brundle retired on his flying lap. Don't know why. Right, so Johnny Herbert has retired. That's why I'm up into 3rd. Barrichello. Great. Fantastic. Barrichello's just retired. Villeneuve from Irvine from Hill. Eddie Irvine did pretty well, to be fair to him. That's ridiculous. I mean, Barrichello, I know I've signed him for next year. I know I've said he's a good driver. And in real life, he certainly is. But, he can't really keep spinning off. We're 7 points behind Ferrari, but we're in the top 4. That's all we need this season. We got double the points of Sauber and over double the points of McLaren. Anyway, as I've already said, our financial situation isn't looking too great, so I'm going to, just to play it safe, take out a loan so if we can visit the bank. Wow! Wow, oh wow, and he did it by 4 seconds. And so there we go, qualifying ended, and look at that, that is astonishing. I mean, so David Coulthard stalls and we'll start the race from the pit lane. Still out in the lead, hang on, where is he? There's Martin Brundle, Montemini, Damon Hill in second, he's way behind. You know, Barrichello's not out of it just yet. Oh. The game just told me that the track is drying, so... There's Martin Brundle, Barrichello's all the way back there, and then there's Mika Hakkinen. So actually, quite a massive gap has opened up all of a sudden. Well, I think we could just cruise home to the end of the race now. The race has ended. Right, okay, is it because we hit the 2-hour time limit? But either way, that's a Jordan 1-2. Unbelievable. Brundle, Barrichello, Hakkinen, Schumacher, Berger, Villeneuve. It doesn't matter because as you can see, Marlboro and Camel, they pay way more per sponsor slot than Mild 7 and Elf do. So that's good. And once Shell and Canon, once their sponsor contracts have ran out, then we can put Mild 7 and Elf in there. And then, yeah, we'll be fine financially. So, Rubens Barrichello, will he break the qualifying lap record around the circuit to Catalonia? And yes, he has, by over 2 seconds. Now, we got Martin Brundle, he's coming around the last corner. And will he beat his teammate Rubens Barrichello? No, he won't. So the race winner for Monaco, 4 tenths off. So the formation lap. That was more bad luck. That was Rubens Barrichello retiring there, I just saw. It's pointless carrying on this race now, to be honest. The Spanish Grand Prix was Schumacher from Hakkinen, Berger, Olivier Panis, Frentzen and Irvine. So, you know, credit to Panis and Frentzen. And Ukyo Katayama will miss the next race. And I said it's extremely rare that this happens, and we've had 2 in half a season. So, we're making money. Yes, we made about $700,000 that race actually. That hasn't happened so far today, but it has now. Martin Brundle has beaten the qualifying lap record by little over 2 seconds. Right, one thing I've noticed, I thought it was a little bit weird that there's no Martin Brundle on the fastest lap screen, but he's not there at all. I can't select him, can't see him, so is Barrichello going to start on the second grid slot? Because it says he is in the bottom left. Yeah, that's so strange. The FIA, they've rigged it. Ferrari International Assistance, because look, they thought, okay, we'll get rid of Brundle for some stupid reason. Then somehow, if they can get rid of Barrichello, well, it'll be a Ferrari 1-2 with, you know, Schumacher in third and Irvine in fourth. And Johnny Herbert, 3 races in a row, he's retired. How did Panis get into third? I mean, last time I looked, he was outside of the points, and now it looks like he might somehow get a podium. Pedro Diniz is out. Halfway into the season, and Michael Schumacher's leading it. Yeah, so he got a point. To be fair, Michael Schumacher's just turned at the past couple of races because he's just won the past couple. Before that, his results haven't been too brilliant. I don't even know what the qualifying lap record around Magny Core is, but I mean, Martin Brundle did a 1 minute 17.3 and didn't beat it, so you know, it's probably an electric lap. I mean, the McLaren is a reasonably quick car in 1996. I mean, it should be doing better than 11th and 14th. So, the 1996 French Grand Prix is a go. I mean, at this moment, I mean, we know Gehard Berger's doing a 3-stop strategy, but look how far ahead of us he is, and Eddie Irvine for that matter. Yeah, Gehard Berger really is coming up to lap us. I mean, I think Gehard Berger is going to comfortably win the 1996 French Grand Prix from Eddie Irvine, Martin Brundle, Damon Hill, Jean Lacey and Michael Schumacher. An electronics failure for Johnny Herbert. I'm amazed he puts up with it. I really am. But Martin Brundle, despite being stuck behind a 40, will he beat the qualifying... What? Was that Martin Brundle just punted off Luca Badoa? If he can go down the start-finish straight without blowing up another car, that will be fantastic. Will he take pole position? Yes, he has. He has beaten his teammate by 0.05 of a second. The 1996 British Grand Prix is underway. Olivier Panis stalls his car and is instantly out of the Grand Prix. Johnny Herbert's retired again. Again. I think that's the 5th race running now. And I think it's going to be a 1-2 for Jordan at their home Grand Prix. This is what dreams are made of. Brundle from Barrichello from Berger. So you're telling me the best lap Martin Brundle could do was a 1 minute 54? Ricardo Rosset in 7th. I don't see how he could get in 7th when Verstappen couldn't make it within 107%, but then again, it's the exact same story for our drivers. So we're going to try and see if we can have decent race pace by only stopping once. Yeah, we're dropping back from Berger and Villeneuve. This isn't a strategy... Hang on, was that Villeneuve with a penalty? Someone got a penalty. Yeah, it was Villeneuve with a 10-second penalty. Berger's pitting with a couple of laps left to go. That could have destroyed his race, but I think he's so far ahead. I mean, Gehard Berger could pit with 2 laps left to go, and he's so far ahead that it doesn't destroy his race. Yeah, unsurprisingly, Gehard Berger, he's been the quickest driver all season. He sets lap records wherever he goes. And Michael Schumacher, that dominant form he had, didn't carry over into this episode. Martin Brundle in 3rd, Barrichello in 4th. I mean, we're still ahead of Damon Hill, Lacey, Villeneuve, Irvine. Constructors' Championship, joint 2nd with Ferrari. In 9th, we've got Norberto Fontana for Sauber in 9th. He's ahead of Heinz-Harald Frentzen, which means that Sauber have ditched Johnny Herbert for this Grand Prix. They've got in Fontana. And then Emmanuel Collard still driving for Tyrrell, because Tyrrell really have lost faith in Mika Salo. Mika Salo was out for 1 Grand Prix and then 2, and now it seems to be Emmanuel Collard is a permanent replacement for Mika Salo. That's not what I want to hear, because I've got wet weather tyres on and already the track is drying. I have no idea what happened in that pit stop period, so I guess Barrichello just drove through the pit lane. Brundle stopped, but he was stopped for more than 4 seconds. I've only just put on the wet tyres to Barrichello. That was about 2 laps ago. Barrichello just put on the dry tyres, and now I'm going to have to put him back on the wet tyres. Oh no, hang on. Right, I know the screen's glitching out, but Jacques Villeneuve is in the pit from 2nd place. So we're just going to copy him. So Brundle's going to come into this lap because, of course, the track is drying once again. How did he do that? It's heavy rain conditions. How did he do that? I'm pretty certain he's still out on dry tyres as well, which is what confuses me more than anything else. Who knows at this point? I don't see how Jean Lacey can be in 1st. Although if he passes Brundle here... Yep, now Jean Lacey's in 1st. But he hasn't pitted for wet tyres. Don't tell me... I mean, Brundle's been leading this Grand Prix for pretty much all of it. Don't tell me Lacey's going to snatch the race win. Lacey has snatched the race win right at the end by being on dry tyres in wet conditions. Brundle lapped everyone up to and including 6th place. So Martin Brundle lapped Jacques Villeneuve, Hakkinen, Coulthard, Frentzen, Panis, Fontana. But I'll tell you what, shout out to Fontana because he did beat Heinz-Harald Frentzen. That's surprising. 1, Mika Salo's actually racing, and 2 in 5th. Salo hasn't even done a previous few Grand Prix, turns up and qualifies 5th. And then you've got Katayama down in 18th. So the 1996 Belgian Grand Prix is a Mika Hakkinen is already out of the race. Are you telling me that Martin Brundle is on the verge of lapping Gehard Berger? Oh, Rubens Barrichello is out of the Grand Prix. Frentzen and Panis are in the points, but neither Benetton are. Benetton have had a shocking day. Damon Hill's nowhere. He was right behind Schumacher. He's gone. So I think Damon Hill has retired. I think he's going to win the Belgian Grand Prix. Martin Brundle in the Jordan is going to beat Michael Schumacher in the Ferrari. Damon Hill classified as 4th even though he retired with a lap and a half left to go, just because everyone from 5th downwards was lapped by us 4. I'm getting a little bit sick of Barrichello's habit to spin off. With 3 races left to go, Jordan are only 5 points behind Benetton. Villeneuve on a 1:28.1, Brundle on a 24.8, and in fact so is Barrichello. That is embarrassing for everyone else actually. Norberto Fontana in 13th, that's not noteworthy, but look at Frentzen, he's in 19th. The 1996 Italian Grand Prix is a go. Jacques Villeneuve has stalled his car. That is a big name driver already out of the race. Barrichello's in 3rd, there's Schumacher 2nd, Hakkinen's there. I don't know what happened, maybe it was traffic, but either way, Schumacher's now leading the Grand Prix, but somehow Barrichello didn't jump Hakkinen. And Norberto Fontana is down nearly in the points. Damon Hill's in the pits, he could well jump us, and that was the Damon Hill pit on the last lap. I think he did, but either way, it's Schumacher, Hakkinen, Berger. A slightly more normal top 3. What? How did Damon Hill finish in 4th? There's no way he came into the pits, got out and overtook us 2 in a lap. Rubbish. No way! Tyrrell are bankrupt. I did speculate, I think it was this episode, wasn't it? I speculated that maybe they were getting Emmanuel Collard in a race seat for money reasons, and that's true. This is a shock. 2 races left to go, and the championship is going down between Schumacher, Berger, and Brundle. Oh, what a qualifying session that was. 11th downwards didn't make it within the 107% rule, and that includes both Benettons. Both 40s will be starting actually. It will be both Arrows and Petterlini who won't be taking part in the race. Brundle qualified 5th, but this is good for the Constructors' Championship because Michael Schumacher's only in 6th. Both Benettons are outside the top 10. Has there ever been a bigger gap between pole position and last in one qualifying session? I mean, Barrichello a 1 minute 18, Petterlini a 1 minute 40. That's a 22-second gap. It's still raining luckily, and Brundle's down to 8th, so he's not doing too well at the moment. Well, that's a slap in the face because Martin Brundle's ahead of Barrichello in the championship. Brundle seems to have been the better driver in my eyes, but he's been lapped by his teammates. That's shocking, especially as we've done, just over 20 laps of the race. Damon Hill has taken the lead of the Grand Prix from Barrichello, and now Michael Schumacher has taken 2nd. Everybody is retiring from this Grand Prix. Barrichello, Hakkinen, Irvine, Lacey, Damon Hill, you name a top driver, chances are they've retired. Just a handful of laps left to go. Villeneuve's pitting, so you go, that's his charge. Done. Gehard Berger's pitting, but much like in Hockenheim, he could pit with just a couple of laps left to go, and he's so far ahead it makes no difference. Schumacher from Villeneuve from Berger. We may still have one Grand Prix left this season, but Michael Schumacher has won the 1996 Drivers' Championship. Unbelievable. I was thinking a Benetton or a Williams driver would, but Michael Schumacher in a Ferrari? You know, the Ferrari aren't that competitive. I mean, look at Eddie Irvine, he's only got 22 points, but that's just the nature of Ferrari, isn't it? Especially with Michael Schumacher. We're 8 points behind Ferrari, 10 behind Benetton. Who was that? Was that Barrichello? Barrichello with a 10-second penalty. Ferrari aren't going to win the Constructors' Championship, especially now Irvine's retired. I think Martin Brundle is still going to win the 1996 Japanese Grand Prix, yet another race win for Jordan and Martin Brundle. A decent race is just so annoying. We could have so easily got 16 points. But Barrichello, I'd hate to say once again, but Barrichello ruined it for us. Martin Brundle took second in the Drivers' Championship. Unbelievable. Barrichello in 7th. Constructors' Championship. Benetton beat us by 3 points. And I'll see you guys when the new look 1997 Formula 1 season starts. So I'll see you then.